Hello everyone, hope you all doing good. Today in our session we are going to see about looping function which is a bank for each. Let's try to understand. This is the rule which I have created previously. I'll just comment it down which I don't want for now. Just I selected it and using this icon to comment it out. Okay. Now let me add a bank for each. So in a bank for each we have items and expression. So basically looping will depends based on the items which you have provided, and expression will be your result what should be presented. Let's consider in items you would like to iterate for something like I'm giving random numbers. So you would like to iterate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So since the items are 5, the for each looping will iterate for 5 times. Let me show you that. In the expression rule, in the expression part, I'd like to print something like test for each. I just printed it. So the result it is printing is 5 items. The whatever the value we are putting in the expression, that will be our output. Okay, now uh, in the expression for each is having some type of variables. So those can be called with fe bank. FE bank, these are the some of the variables which are supported within for each, that is identifier index, first, last item, and item count. Now coming to index, I'll just print index. Let's see what index is returning. Okay, so if you see there is a syntax it is throwing me here. Since it is a text and this is a variable, there should be some delimiter in between both of those, since Appian should understand which is text and which is function. Because of that we need to use some symbol kind of thing, or you can use concat function. Okay, so that that syntax error got removed. It will act as a merge kind of thing. If you see, 2 for each, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it printed 5 on each item. It is returning the index of each. In each iteration it is returning you the index, which is first one is having first index and second index, third index. That is how the index is returning. Now coming to other variables, is first. So basically is first is nothing but true during the first iteration. It will return you true during the first iteration. These are the 5 iterations, right? In this first iteration it will return you the true. It will return you boolean kind of thing. So when you test it, for the first one it is having true and the rest is having false. In the same way we have is last, right? The last one will be true and rest will be false. When we test it, you will be able to see. This is how is first and is last will work. And now coming to FE bank item. FE bank item is nothing but each item. Each iteration, in each iteration you will have each item, right? So one will be one iteration, three will be it's another iteration. It's kind of items, first item, second item, third item. If you bank item, it will return you each items in those iteration. First iteration is having one, second, three, third, four, and in this way the FE bank item it will print you. Okay, now finally we have FE bank identifier and item count. Before that identifier, I'd like to explain this item count. Basically, item count is nothing but total item count on each iteration. I mean, so what is the count of this array? If you count, we have 5. So in each iteration, it will print you total array count. So if you see, it's returning 5555. In each iteration, it's returning directly the items count. Okay, now coming to identifiers. Basically, identifiers we will be using in records and also in ForEach too. In records, for passing for primary key, we use FEBank identifiers. Those in some of the places we use these identifiers. Identifier is nothing but let's take a table in the database. That table will contain primary key which is unique identifiers. So in order to display those unique identifiers, we use FE bank identifier. Since here we don't have unique identifiers, so this FE bank identifier will not return you anything. If you see, it is null. If I remove this text, I'd like to print this FE bank identifier alone. So you'll be able to see there is no unique identifier available for this array. So when we are acquiring data from the database, then you will be able to see the unique identifiers of that table. Okay, this is all about for each. If you have any doubts, please comment it down below. Okay, thank you.